Hey guys, this is E3 and you're watching Business Nature. I'm actually going to be talking about the Aputure MC today, so without further ado, let's get right into it. So this is the Aputure MC. As you can see, it's pretty bright. This is actually only at 50%. It's just set in HSI mode, basically just the color mode. But I really love the form factor. If you look at the size difference between the Savage light as well as the Aputure, you can tell it is a massive difference. This light actually is way brighter than what it looks like in comparison to the size. And I actually bought two of them to really compensate, so I do not need this light at all anymore. But biggest thing I love is instead of taking 6 hours like this light does, this only takes about 2, or roughly an hour and a half, depending on if you have a faster charger. It actually uses Type-C, so if you have a Android device or a MacBook Pro or whatever that has a Type-C, you can just plug it directly into that. So already universal. A lot of the newer cameras have it as well. So pretty amazing. The one thing I do like that is probably the coolest feature is the fact that it's light enough and also magnetic. So you can place this on top of like rafters or any magnetic surface or metal surface and really like enhance your background and put this light in places. Because of its size, you can put it in places that you probably cannot fit a light this size, especially with a battery attached to the back. So really amazing for that feature. So if you go into effects, you have about 9 effects, I want to say. The first one is fire. So this one you can kind of see it a little bit. It flickers every now and then. I bought 2 lights. You could probably simulate it with 2 lights better. But at least with the 2 lights, or even one, it flickers every now and then, so it kind of simulates like a campfire feel. So if you don't have a fire and obviously not showing anything above like the upper body, you can simulate that environment, or you can place them outside and make it with special effects and of course the sounds in the background. This will basically replace that entire environment. The next thing is cop car effect. This is probably one of my favorite features, just because for short films you can really spice up that moment. You can make the characters seem like really intense and terrified. Or if you're using it for like a rap video, things like that, this is incredibly awesome. Because you do not have to go rent out a big cop car or anything like that. Just get a Dodge Charger, place these 2 things on the side, you're good to go. Party effect is really cool. So if you had, obviously this is a smaller space, but if you're inside of a room, you could attach up to about 100 of these, I want to say. But you can place these all around the room or just in different areas and make them all sync on the same color. This is actually a really amazing feature. Fireworks is really cool. This one almost looks like party, but the difference is it's if you're not really showing exactly what the character is looking at, you may think the fireworks are happening outside. So really cool in that sense. And then the very last thing is paparazzi. This one's really amazing. I actually want to do something cool with that coming up. But this you could just drape out like a red carpet, just go to Party City, whatever. Get it for cheap. Cameras don't see things the same way we do. So you can place a carpet out there, have someone going out, just have fog machine, paparazzi, boom, you're done. Like all these effects are already built into the Aputure light, so I absolutely love that. And then also if you do have the Sidus Link app, which you can download on the App Store, it will allow you to have a lot more access to those features. So this is a Sidus Link. I don't know if you can see because it's tracking my face, but for this app, you actually have complete control over all the effects. So as you see, I set it into party mode through here. I'm not gonna touch the light at all. You can go into cop car effects. I played around with the RGB just to simulate like a different intensity on there. So you may see the cycles change as well as the color. See how it's going from like pinkish blue to like, different rotations between like the cycles of the flashes, but you have entirely complete control. The best thing that I absolutely love about this light the most is the fact that it has a color picker. So this is my favorite feature of the app. This is actually color picker that's built into the Sidus Link app. The thing I love the most is the fact that it does what it says that its name is. So, you can go right here. Right now I'm selecting the red. See, I didn't touch the light at all. It changes to that color. I can go back to white and do the color picker again. And now it's switched to white. So you can literally face it at the sky, like for instance, this blue light that's back here. Now it's changed to blue. Everything is coming all through the app. So you have entirely new controls, just basically the full spectrum. The cool thing I like is it actually shows you like what the HSI is, so the amount of degrees if you want to replicate this. It shows you the intensity of the scale. You can change the hues, the saturation, practically everything. And even better is you can actually save these presets or save them to a preset and actually use these lights for later. So let's say you walk into like a room and you have like this really amazing light, like dude, oh my gosh, gosh, this color is like beautiful. You can go click that button right here, select that color, save it as presets. Now all of your lights that you purchase from Aputure that have that built-in feature with the Silence link can replicate that exact same studio setting, period. So you may be wondering what this pack is. This actually houses all of this. So let me just move this out the way a little bit. But this houses the softbox. So really amazing. You just place this on, this thing smells like plastic. You just place this on the light, and what's great about it is it actually softens up the light quite a bit. So I actually have a softbox light that's on this big, dome. But then too, what's also inside the package, you have these stickies. Really, really awesome if you do not have a magnetic surface or metal surface that you can place these lights on. And then also, you have a Type-C charger. But like I said, if you do have an Android device or if you have a MacBook Pro, anything that uses a Type-C, just use the same charger and you're a-okay. So you can leave this at the house if you have a lot of chargers like what I do. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. That lets me know that you want to see more cool content that are just like this, or you can write in the comments and let me know what you want to see next. Also guys, if you do want to see more of like, the behind the scenes footage of what it takes to shoot short films or, just different lighting techniques that I have, a lot of that footage is exclusive to Patreon, so if you do want to check that out, links will be below in the description. And with that, I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace out, you guys. Stay safe.